Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new, it's Meredith and I am here today with a special share for day 7 of the Spring Inspiration Collaboration hosted by Lydia of Raindrop Lila. This is the 2026 spring edition. She did host one back in January that I was not able to take part in, so I'm so honored and thrilled to be joining in this time. So at any rate, all of the links are listed below. If you decide to follow along and jump on and do a few of the prompts or all of them, please make sure to use the hashtag Spring Inspiration 2026 and that you tag Lydia at Raindrop Lila. And all of the other creators that are posting every day, or mostly every day, are all listed and linked below as well. So be sure to go through and check out all of their gorgeous and inspiring creative contributions to this wonderful challenge. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump in. So today is day 7, florals, and I think I posted for day 1 and day 3, and then I'm incorporating kind of the rest of this past week into my project for today. And this is also kind of a part 1 of my Raindrop Lila design team project for this month, since it's quite quite a full month. So anyway, let's set that aside. If you have any questions, let me know. So I decided to go with a very flowery and floral journal for kind of my whole project. So since that is my day that I chose for florals, I wanted to just make this journal all about flowers and beautiful blooms and all of that good stuff. And so for today, I've created a beautiful topper for my journal. And I love these old soul ladies. They are just so gorgeous. And of course, they all have flowers in their hair or somewhere near them. I also wanted to point out that I'm including pastel, obviously, is going to be a very underlying theme with all the florals. And then for day 5 and day 4, something special and something old. So this piece here is a choker necklace that my mother gave me. I don't know, I think I might have been 15 or 16, so very long time ago. But that is definitely something special and something old. I'm using some of this amazing floral wallpaper that is vintage and super special, and I love that. So that is definitely something special and something old. And then all of the papers that I'm using are from the gorgeous collection that Lydia has shared with us, the Spring Florals, and that'll be linked below as well. If you have questions about anything that I'm sharing, just let me know. Another piece that I've been holding on to for a very long time is from my friend Marlene, and so this is something very special, and I thought it looked absolutely stunning here on as part of my cover. So I'm going to kind of deconstruct everything, and then we will kind of jump into sharing. This also is a quilt piece that I've had from Emily at Blue Linen Cottage, and I have yet to cut it up. I'm trying to decide if I want to make a special wrap to go around my journal when I'm finished with maybe some sort of closure. Maybe I'll use that. It would be super pretty. So it's definitely a work in progress, guys. Just bear with me. This is also some beautiful lace from Blue Linen Cottage that I've been hoarding, for lack of a better word, and I will be incorporating that into the journal as well. So this piece is just going to come off. I will, when the journal is finished, I will attach this with the sari probably and link it around and make sure that it's a really pretty closure. So for my topper, I just did a lot of layering, and cluster day 8 is layers, so that works for tomorrow as well. And I could not believe how perfectly this green, it's kind of a sea green sari, worked with this beautiful vintage kind of gauzy material that I got in a bundle from one of my wonderful followers. So I've layered on top of the vintage wallpaper here, and she is glued down to the wallpaper, and it's nice and sturdy. And then I created a little tuck spot for one of the beautiful floral tulip images, which I absolutely adore. And then I put this lady on the back so it can go either way. And she just tucks in here. And then you can see here is I've layered some of the beautiful background pages. And then this piece here is a very old vintage photograph frame that I've had. It came in like 4 pieces. It was like all layered. It was, I think, originally an 8.5 by 11 size frame, and I've kind of whittled it down and I used a part of it on the back of this, and then the remaining piece is here. So I layered all of that. And then I just had this pretty little flower from, I think it was from Fiber Infusions. Might have been Lovely Lottie's, actually. So that's the topper, and this tucks back in here. And then when we flip over, I have a sort of a black and white version. I like doing that sometimes, so you have some alternatives. So this could totally be the top cover of the journal as well. And this is popped in here. Actually, I believe I used, no, I didn't. I did cardstock for this. Anyway, I love this black and white image of the bouquet. It's so gorgeous. And just tucked behind another black and white image, and another girl on the back. And then I've used some of the gorgeous kind of more green toned paper. And then I put one of the cabinet cards in the back. And I just, so this is on the bottom of one of the cabinet cards. So I just detached that and used it as a little label. And I thought it looked really gorgeous. I did the same here. Sorry. Hand is a little shaky there. On this one too, there's the cabinet cards have some different script, and I just think it looks beautiful and looks good like that. So let's put this aside and let me show you the base of my journal. So since I'm doing florals, I decided to collage on the front flap. I made an accordion journal with all of the papers, and I'll show you how the construction of that works. Excuse me, I'm going to just put that over here so I can fold out. And I know that there's a tutorial from a Ruby and Pearl design team project that I did showing how to create the accordion style. So be sure to look at that if you want. I'll link it below as well. So I'm absolutely obsessed with these wallpaper digitals. They're so gorgeous. And so I've just combined them all together and kind of flip out. You can see how they all come out stuck together a little bit. This one's a little bit more sort of silvery gray toned with the green, and then this beautiful buttery yellow with the roses, and then this gorgeous lighter version. And so then when you flip over, this will be the back cover, and then same thing. So just a repeat. I double printed each page with the same print on the back. It looks like I need to put some washi on that. And here is the back of that side and the back, and then we're back to the front. So I thought what we would do, just to make this a little bit more interesting and exciting, is we'll go through and collage maybe the first half of the journal today, and so you can see how I layer all of my florals onto these beautiful papers. Alrighty, so I have quite the collection of all of the various papers ready to go. And as you saw in the first part of the video, I used mostly the neutrals or the very pale yellow tones for the base of my accordion journal. And then I've got, you know, all the range of pastels with the lavender and kind of the yellowy and gray, pink, blue. I've got some green papers over on the side that I'll pull from. And then I also have some of my favorite floral images from the Margaret collection and the Felicity. And then I also pulled some of these beautiful cottagecore floral images that I want to incorporate because they've got so many of these gorgeous pastels, very reminiscent of Monet and all of that. So I think what we'll do is I'll just kind of get started. I'm not going to do anything right now to the front because I'm not sure exactly where I'm going with this part because I've got the topper that goes on. So we're going to go ahead and just start on this first page. I'm going to leave this blank as well. I might do a little overlap here, but I'm feeling like I want to start with a little bit of a pop of color and just to kind of mirror the beautiful colors in the topper. And so my method for collage is very basic and straightforward. I just start tearing and tacking down. So let me grab all of these and pop them over here out of my workspace. I've got more of that gorgeous wallpaper we're going to pop in, and so super fun. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's okay, sorry about that. I'm going to just ink up the edges of this paper just a little bit right here on the side where I'm going to tear it. And I think I want just kind of a little corner pop. Oops, that didn't work out so well. It's all right. And then we will do a little more inking. So basically right now I'm just going to be laying down some more kind of base color, and then when I decide to add ephemera for the various days, it'll be easy because I will already have some of the pieces in place. So I want to make sure I don't put that on the fold. And I'm going to kind of leave it a little bit from the top in case I decide to kind of scrunch that down a little bit. And it's super pretty. I absolutely love this paper. I've also got this bunny. I don't know if you guys downloaded this. I think they're called the French Country papers, but they're they're so darling. I love all the animals in them. I actually have, hold on. Gonna have to forgive me a little bit while I talk to myself. Okay, I've got this little scrappy piece. It's been so fun watching everybody's pieces come together. All right, so we are going to flip out, and let's go with a little bit of anyway, it's been so fun watching everybody's inspiration pages. So beautiful and so fun to watch how everyone else decides to incorporate their pieces for the collab. I love that. It's so fun that we can all take different ideas with the same, printables. Sorry, my brain's not working today. All right, just getting this little grungy up. I think I'm going to just put that down right here because that is just absolutely stunning. And I may add pieces over the top of portions of the pieces that I collage onto. For me, I kind of just need to see it on the page and then come back to it and add to it. And I'm going to kind of offset that just a hair right there. Just make sure it's not on the fold. All right, super pretty. And then I think I'm going to add some pink. This is so gorgeous right here. I've also got this on the back. I don't think that printed well from what I recall, so I think I'm to just take that piece right there in the center. Sometimes our printers have a way of doing what they're not supposed to do. So I'm going to kind of just fussy tear this. I like to do that sometimes instead of just cutting straight out, because then it gets a little bit more of an interesting flare. Also, guys, I know this video might seem like it's coming out sort of late, but I'm on the Pacific time zone now for daylight savings time, even though we're mountain time in Arizona. You know what? I don't like that there. I'm going to regroup. Maybe I'll do the birds, or this absolutely stunning image. Is so gorgeous, but I think I want to make tags out of those. So maybe we'll go with a portion of that, or I have the larger version. So this is also from the Margaret collection. Maybe I'll do that. I think I am going to kind of semi-fussy cut, which I really don't like doing on camera because I'm so bad at fussy cutting. Anyway, I know my ladies in the southern hemisphere, it's tomorrow for you, so I apologize that I did not get my video posted sooner, but anyway, you'll have all day to watch it and more tomorrow, I'm sure. It's also my husband's birthday today. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not, so I've got to come up with something spectacular for dinner tonight, which I will do after I get this loaded. He does not like cake, or he tries not to eat sweets at all, so it's really boring for the rest of us. But I don't want him to feel tempted. He's trying so hard not to eat. I'm going to actually not have that part on there. A lot of sweets, so I will definitely honor that. All right, that's really pretty. And I'm going to just give it a little bit of inking on the edge so it's not so white. Even though I didn't perfectly fussy cut, I actually kind of like the little shadowing around the back part with the green. So we will just do a little, might be kind of fun, little overlap. Now that's not going to be good because then it will go directly into the fold, and that's a little bit of a problem. You have to be careful sometimes with these accordion style journals not to bunch or pack them too full, because they have a little bit of trouble closing too well or being able to write in them as a journal if you have too much stacked in and on the fold lines. Piece off. Okie dokie. So far we've got this. All right. So now we're moving into this tone that's a little bit little bit more gray toned on this image. So I'm thinking maybe this would be a good place for some of the wallpaper on the side. No, I'm not sure if I want that there. I kind of want to have room to do a tuck spot or something. Bear with me. I do have these gorgeous florals too that I printed. I actually love that one. I think we'll do that. Cannot ever have too many flowers, right? And I printed this reduced size. It is definitely probably half size from the actual. That's super pretty. We may not get to the whole front half, guys. I don't want this to be super long and have you be bored out of your mind. Also, you always have the option to fast forward any of my videos if you want to just get to the good stuff. Oh, that looks really cool next to the cutout. Okay. Alrighty, so now let's think about what we want. I kind of want to do some purple, lavender, or pink would be pretty. I kind of like the pink. This is literally my favorite design from all the background pages. I just love it. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry if there's a little sun glare, guys. I've got my shades kind of drawn, but I see that it's kind of coming in a little bit. I'm going to have to adjust that. That looks pretty good. We've had the weirdest weather lately here in Arizona. It's been up into the 100 degrees already in March, hottest ever recorded history of Arizona or the US for March. And then we've had torrential rains and wind. Yesterday it was cloudy and so windy all day. Just crazy, totally crazy. Okay, I think here, let's set that aside. I decided I don't like that. I'm going to add this little pop of color on this side. So I'm going to just tear this off. This is one of the collage papers in the Margaret collection. It's super pretty. And I think I'm going to just maybe have that be a little tuck spot. Looks like a good place for a tuck spot. So let's see, I want that side or, yeah, like that. I'm going to have it just not quite on the fold, just so there's plenty of room for the journal to open up. And that'll be a perfect spot for a journaling card. So pretty. Love that. Okay, let's see what we've got so far. So we've got this and that. Let's cut in our perfect rose, and then some pink, and pop a color. Okay. Maybe we're ready for purple. Let me see. No, I don't like the purple with that. We'll go with some more of this beautiful greeny blue piece. Love this so much. This image is just stunning, so maybe we'll just do a little bit on the top. Just a nice little corner piece. Also, I hope everyone has been able to see everyone's work and share. It's so fun to be able to go through my Instagram and YouTube and see all the gorgeous work that everyone has done. I try as hard as I can to share everyone's, but if I missed you, you can always send it to me, and I will be more than happy to share. Okay, I think I'm going to do a little on the bottom too, so tear off a little bit more. It's just awesome to me how many amazing creative people we have in our little niche of YouTube and Instagram. If you could have told me 10 years ago that I would be making YouTube videos for junk journaling, I would have thought you were crazy. But boy, once you get the bug, it is hard to stop. Okay, cool. We're almost here, guys. All right. I'm thinking maybe some lavender on this, or I've got, ooh, the blue is so gorgeous. All right, maybe we'll do a little combo. We'll do a little blue and a little lavender. So we just have to decide, do we want this lavender? This didn't print out as lavender as I expected. So maybe we'll go with that in the corner. I'm kind of leaving the centers of the journal sort of open because that's where I like to kind of add in my ephemera pieces, or at least then I can overlap some more with more collaging if I want. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's just how I envisioned this particular journal to be kind of neutral with pops of color throughout. So I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but that's just how I wrapped my brain around this project. I wish I could post every day for all the prompts, but I have a very full design team schedule, and I have to make sure I don't miss all of those. But this is so fun to be able to do a few things here and there. All right, so then on this side we'll do the blue. Very pastel-y, I love it. Let's see. I don't want to do the same. I guess I could do it upside down, like a mirror thing. That works. So we'll go this way. I'm not really very good at staying on camera when I'm actually working, guys. It's good to see my big old hands. Scrunch that up just a little bit. All right, that's a little bit matchy-matchy, but I like it with the different colors. There is definitely no rules at all. I think that's why I love creating in junk journals so much, is because there are no rules. You get to do whatever you want. I'm just going to spread it a little bit on that side. Okay, that's so pretty. Love that. All right, we have this. I'm going to probably put something here. I'm not sure I like that little funky turn there, but that's all right. We will address that when we get there. And we've got our little pink corner and our floral and our fussy cut. Not sure if I like that. I may cover that up, but I do love this, and I'm definitely liking this here. So that is what we have for today. I am so grateful that you hung in there if you are still watching. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your week, and I can't wait to see what everyone else is creating today and for the rest of the week. And leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and if you are making an actual journal or just doing a project for your day. I can't wait to see it. So anyway, love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. I'll see you soon. Bye.